Good morning, cool cats and kittens. Let's make sure we got it going on here today. That's the right area. Cool. Oh, wrong mic. Wrong mic. Where's the right mic? Okay. Oh, hold on. Hold on. We really should come up with something a much cooler name than a dongle. Test, test, test. Yay. Let's go to this, get it going. And we're going to go here, and then we're going to go to cam. Oh, this is still up. Wow, you guys are like really not happy. Oh, there we are. Yay. Yay. Hold on. Let's do it. Screen sharing, make sure your screen share is on. Frick does that mean? There we go. Boom. Oh, I'm on the wrong camera. You're getting that side shot. Hold on. Yay. All right, cool. Okay. So much to go over. Let's start here with this so that we're all on the same page. And there's a lot, and we'll cover as fast as we possibly can here. I want to do the earnings more than anything. I think that's going to be very helpful. I do want to say one thing before we begin. I think that you're going to see a lot of flows come out of crypto. I think they're going to go into other areas, but I think you're going to see this kind of come in a little bit. I would just watch these levels. I'm actually short MicroStrategies through MSTX. I've been short for a while now, but if you in the community already know that, if you're trying to get in, just keep looking for a letter. They're coming. The wait list, it got really out of hand. So I'm doing it in partials to get people in the room now, but we'll go from there. And I'm going to figure out another way to do this. But for now, just look out for an invite if you're trying to get in. If not, whatever. But if you look how this is going, right? I'm feeling kind of heavy here, man. I'm not going to lie. I'm looking at this. We broke out. I've got the negative divergence, and I just can't lift. And if you play this out and go, what's the catalyst? Like, what's the next catalyst today that you really have to play with here? And I'm going to start making these a little more tactical, but I want to get this out because it's really what's on my mind. I was looking at charts last night. What's your catalyst? Well, we already know you're getting a strategic reserve, Bitcoin reserve. You already know that. So what else do you have? Like, what's the next thing that's going to do it? You know, you have all this money, and this is where my head was going with this. You know, you have all this money that's in there from Russia. Like, you know, you have all this sanctioned money that's in crypto, right? Like, I'm not telling anybody anything they didn't know, that maybe they would move money into crypto so that they could move it around the world. Like, it's not rocket science. You know, they arrested a guy for that at Silk Road years ago. So, like, they're probably moving, you know, billions of dollars through this. So when you see sanctions come off of Russia, I think that you could see a different kind of move to crypto than people are thinking. And I'm wondering if that's what's coming. So I'm a little out there. I know with that thinking, maybe it's a little too tinfoil hat for people. Either way, I would just point out that every single time you've gotten one of these massive divergences, this is coming hard. Please don't tell me this time it's different because you have ETFs. Please, sweet God, don't say that. So it's never different. It's always the same. It's just a question of which one it's a one of. That's all. I want to go through that, and I really want to go through this. I spend a lot of time in the morning with you guys going through these levels, and I do it on purpose so that you guys will have an understanding of what's going on. So one of the things I did yesterday, oh, good. Yeah, I want to take the leap to doing what I was doing. I went through this yesterday in the community, and I was pretty clear that, hey, I'm staying out of the way. I want to see how this settles down, but you are at this level. So when I was live trading, I didn't really want to do a lot yesterday. I didn't really like what I was seeing. Frankly, I didn't have, world peace on my bingo card yesterday, although we should have expected it with the release of the hostage and everything. But if you look at how we acted, this is our level, guys. Like, this is it. And we held hard yesterday. So, and we bounced hard. I did have a long trade on, and then I just got they did a little shake and bake on me and I got out. But this is the peak VWAP. And this is also the VWAP from, let me just show this and then go there. Hold on, where's that? The 6th, right there. Yay. So you have peak VWAP here. You have the election VWAP, and then you have the peak there. You have Itchy's FOMC call when it ended from December. You have the July CPI negative month over month there. Okay, I mean, you have everything there, and then you have the 22 and the 55 there. That's what I use. You should use what you're comfortable with. So I understand we're going to get into PPI in a second, and everyone's like going to be all excited about PPI because it's going to be lower, right? Okay, so it doesn't matter. We'll get into it in a second. What people need to get from this, and we can always mark it off, but the event was CPI yesterday, and the fact that you blew it off. So where I'm going with this is you're holding this area. So if we should come down for any reason back down to here, what's it going to take to really break that level now is kind of where my head is. It's certainly not PPI. It's certainly not going to be retail sales tomorrow. So it's almost as if you're back to where we've been, which is buying the dips, which was really surprising to me yesterday. I'm going to be honest, because that number sucked. That CPI number, like, there's no nice way to say it. It was bad. So I really wanted to go through that before we go any further. I will adjust PPI, and I'll do it tangentially just to get it done. But let's go from here. Why are you not typing in? What is your problem today? What is your little issue? Come on, little guy. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. There it is. What do we do before all this stuff? No, we might as well do it together. I love when we do stuff together. So let's do it. Let's do it together. Sorry for so much me. I know it's a lot in the morning. Wow, super aggressive. If we just go through this, let's get to it. Just get to PPI 0.4, shocker. Core 0.3, came at 0.3. Initial jobs claims 213. Core CPI, PPI year over year. Consensus was here, shocked. I mean, I'm absolutely shocked. Like, wow, you didn't think it was going to go up? I think what's really interesting is month over month is up. Like, okay. And you come and take a look at it, like, and all right. Like, it's not, I mean, who cares? Like, did you not think that these numbers weren't going to be higher? You know, like, you really didn't think they were going to be higher after yesterday's number? Like, okay. Oh, look, you're back to here. Like, okay. I mean, you had to kind of expect this, right? So I wouldn't put a lot of faith into this. One thing you might want to do is look at it this way and just go back 5 years and see that you're going to come right to the same levels as you were before. Same thing with CPI. And the other thing you might want to do is just, you can do it with core too. Just go to the core number and go back 5 years and go, oh, okay. So like, I mean, I'm sorry, but who cares? So for me, looking at that data and then going through this and going, well, what's the bigger deal? I'd watch the bond auctions and see who they care. I'd also watch Argentinian bonds today on the inflation. That might be really interesting to watch, but I'm kind of like that stuff. Where's the other thing I really want to show you? Why I'm here. There's one more thing. Retail sales. You want to watch that tomorrow. I could really care less about PPI. Like, I mean, if you're going to, look, there is no nice, oh boy, it's a lot again. I apologize. If you're going to blow off that number, right, you're going to blow off anything, man. Like, you just are. Like, if you're going to blow that off, I'm just looking at some things here. And all they did with Hood was wait. That's all they did. They were just waiting. We should get into some names here. If you're going to blow off, oh, good Lord. I always get some tech guy going. They're going to know where your location is through your IP address. I'm like, bro, if you have that kind of time, have at it. I mean, who cares? Like, I mean, if that CPI was disgusting. I went over it in last night's video. It was gross. Like, everything's more expensive. And what's funny about it is it's very clear now what they did. They just kind of, rallied all that stuff, made it look a little bit better, put lipstick on a pig in October and November, and then they took that off. It's the election. I mean, everybody does it. It doesn't matter which side of the aisle you're on. They both do it, but they took lipstick off that pig, and then all of a sudden you're staring at a pig. It is what it is. So we'll go from there. What else do we really want to go over that I think is important? And whatever the Bitcoin, let's hit the names. Let's hit the names hard because there's a lot going on there. Good earnings are being rewarded. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see this lift, like not even a little bit. So I think it's very obvious that it's probably going to lift. That even might be the low right here, that little level right there. Boop. See how you're not even 50% of that bar? So let's go through some of these. In regards to Reddit, look, for me, I am absolutely shocked that it's lifting like this. I think it's great. We had guys in the room yesterday that were actually buying the 55. I don't know why it's blowing it off so much, but they are defending the crap out of it on the street right now. So you're getting net buyers, and you're not up a little bit, you're up a lot. Like you're not up like a couple dollars from that level. You're up a lot. So that's the 22 and that's the 55. See how it hit the 55 and bounced right off of it? See how it's near the 22 and bounced right off of it? So I use a 12, a 22, and a 55. You should use what you're comfortable with. So I do think that that's something to look at today, and I would be surprised by that. And you may just want to, you might just want to note those levels, and that might be something for you to focus on. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to just grab this, and we'll go from there. Give me 1 second. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah. They were just waiting. See it? Look, they were just waiting. Isn't that crazy? From 7 o'clock, it's been straight up. If you go mark from 7 on, you're literally up $10 from that level. If you bought it off the open. So you're probably heading to the gap fill. Like once you're in this bar, it's pretty much open season until you get to the next couple days, which is going to put you like right here. Right? That's going to be your level. That'll be your nemesis. But you're holding in here. It's pretty impressive, actually. Really impressive because the DAUs missed, but they're just blowing it off. I think everybody just wants to own it. Now they're getting a shot at it. I think that's what's happening. But it's nice to say. So see how that goes. Let's keep going through the names, and then we'll go from there. If we take a look at the APP, they crushed. I mean, like there's really no other way to say it here. They absolutely crushed. 497. You didn't get that 5 handle. I thought you'd get it last night. I kept telling the guys, I'm like, oh, you're going to get that handle. You didn't get it. Let's go here for a minute. I want to see something. Keep this on my radar for a moment and throw this over in the corner. If I put it here, I should be able to get the print. But you're not giving me the print. You're giving me that. Boo. But I do like that level a lot. And I'd watch this very, very closely. But you're wedged in there between the 478 and the 497. People are like, oh, it's too expensive. Go listen to the report and go read this and go watch it. And then tell me it's overvalued. Valuations are valuations. So I think that's how you have to look at it and kind of go from there. But I do think that you're going to see a lot of stuff really move here. They're just going to blow off any bad data. And, why we're going to do that remains to be seen. But app is definitely one I would look at. Let's just keep going through the names. Hood, look, guys, you were up a lot here, and you just got to watch these levels like 66.09, 66.10, and you want to watch these pre and post levels very closely. 61.71, if that's where you're going to come to, you're definitely going to want to watch that and go from there. Bros, the only thing I can say about this one is it's got to be on the margins because they beat, and they did guide a little higher, but it wasn't all that. I mean, it really wasn't that great of a quarter. And don't get me wrong, I love coffee. I'm all for it, but good Lord, like that just ripped everyone's head off. Some of the other ones I'm not going to spend a lot of time on. I will spend a little time here. MGM, no one's paying attention to this. They really do the management side of the business. What you'd want to watch is just right here, that 38.40. ASPN was a dumpster fire floating down the river with a bunch of raccoons. So I'd want to watch that very, very closely. TTD, I am short this at the time of this, just FYI. Once we cracked, that was a major support. Once we cracked that, that was it. You can even see the test that you tried to get over and that. And once you have these 3-bar patterns like that, you can just literally use the high of that bar and then here after hours. If you're not trading after hours and not understanding the nuances, you're missing a lot, guys, like a lot. I mean, you could literally just make a career after trading earnings after hours and doing nothing else. Like I do a lot of after hours stuff now. It's extremely liquid. The institutions are there. You're getting the information real time from the conference calls. You're actually getting the real time information from how the analysts are responding. If I could say one thing about the people that when they joined, they've gotten a lot better at trading earnings. There's no doubt in my mind about that. I can say it. Today's the Feb. Is it the 13th? All right, let's grab this and let's go to this and drop that in. And what else do we have here that's of consequence that I really want to go through? Cisco broke out. I thought that was kind of interesting, but you only have the 5-minute bar there, so I'd see that. I don't want to go through that. Let's close these for a second. DDOG. This is kind of interesting. So you can see your moving averages right here, and I'll just pop these in. So you can see 55, 22, 200, 55, 22, 200. You hit the 200 this morning and you held. So I would definitely pay attention to that. Does it hold? I don't know. I don't have a clue. Crocs. Who wears Crocs? I do. I actually have a pair on right now. Isn't that exciting? 55, and you're sitting right there at 106. And so you're going to want to see how that plays out as well. That's kind of really where my head is with those names. If we go through some of the other names that are out there, I don't know that I'd be buying Crocs here. I don't like when we hit an average like that, we just stop. Tesla, yeah, I mean, this dump, and now you're going to flip that dump, and now we're going to rip. And, look, guys, it's very clear what they were waiting for. They were just literally waiting for this to end. And then as soon as it did, they just got involved. So anyone that bought at the close, you're up pretty substantially here. I think it's an interesting spot to take a look at it, but you'll see how you open and then you'll go from there. You're pretty overdone here. Like you should, there's like a fear and greed guide. There should literally be a guide of, hate Elon, love Elon. Like when everyone loved him here, like, oh my God, we're all going to get, robo taxis and they're going to be blenders and they're going to be able to peel my orange for me. It's going to be amazing. So I hate him. I can't stand him. He's the worst. Like there literally should be an index on it because we could make a fortune off of it. If there was a way, there's got to be a way from like social media posts or like mainstream media posts to figure it out, to actually make the metric of how much he's hated versus, how much love he gets. There's got to be a thing for that. There has to be. What else do we have that's interesting? I'll go over like Europe on Saturday. Remember, you got a 3-day weekend here. So, you're going to have, I think Trump said he's going to do the mother of all tariffs today. So that's great. So, nothing like that. Some more tariffs. And, you know, who knows when they'll come out? You know, that's kind of, it's like life's like a box of chocolates. Who knows when he'll announce them? So what else do I have that's of interest? That's it. Let's take some questions and then we will go from there. Good morning from Houston. Good morning from Miami. Dallas is getting a stock market. Are you guys jealous in Houston? Because Dallas is getting a stock market? They have this. Do they have a metric on it on Elon? It's kind of funny. UPST I own. I like a lot. TAL's on fire. APP, yeah, I did well with that. I got out of it already, but I got out of it. I'm going to regret that. Why are you doing that? And why did that just happen? Okay, good. Thank you for answering me. I got out of it, so I'm going to regret it. I can already say it. Now I got to find a way back in. I thought about buying it last night again, but I got to see the open. I would think that the option hoople heads are just going to blow out of it, like immediately, and then go from there. That's what I think is going to happen, but I don't know that. So, you know, you just might want to watch and go from there. Yeah, it's going to be a pickle, man. It's going to be a tough one. I think the other one's going to be really tough to try to figure out. It's going to be Reddit too. That's the one that's got me like twisted because I usually will not go near names that do that miss DAUs and MAUs and things like that. But that really has me twisted. Yeah, I want to chart. I do. I'm going to figure that out, how to do it, because I think there's money to be made there. Like, it's so funny. Like, whatever. Like, I was thinking about the other day. Like, there's so much hate towards the guy now, which is it's just baffling to me. But whatever makes you happy. Yeah, I don't know enough about this story to get involved with it. I wish you well. I mean, you're way overextended there, Jay. Way overextended. Good morning from Japan. Yeah, I own this. I own ePol. Presence throughout Eastern Europe at 0.4 book value due to Russia. Yeah, I'm looking for stuff like that, man. I'm not going to lie. I have my opinion on this, Jacob, and you tapped into a vein. I don't know what this is. The wig. I really don't know what this is. Maybe I should, but I don't know what it is. The wig index, I have no idea. It's on fire, whatever it is. I'll take a look at it and put it up in here. Throw it into like let's just do this with it. I got to go back to these little buttons. It was so easy to just do that. Yay. I'm going to look at this bank that you're talking about. Rafstein Bank, Vienna. Does it trade in Vienna? I don't want to get into all that in the currency exchanges again. Is there anything like that I could do over here? You're back over the level though. I have access to buy this kind of stuff. I just don't like doing it because of the currency exchanges and everything else. And maybe I should stop crying about it. I do think that you want to look at this kind of stuff. ePol is definitely something that is of interest to me. 100%. I mean, look at this. Like, it's an over. Like this is. It's just a no-brainer. Like, I mean, okay. Like, here's the last 10 years. Yeah, I don't really have high expectations for AMAT. The one that I'm most interested in, that you mentioned, is this. You never know what you're going to get here, man. Like, this thing is crazy. What you are getting I don't have them coming out with earnings until the 25th next week. What you are getting, like, look at this dip yesterday, 250 to here. It's just wild. You came right back to this level, this breakout, right? And the low of that area. And then look at it. So there's definitely something there. You got to have guts to hold that, man. Good morning from Dallas. You're getting a stock exchange. I have friends that live in Dallas. They love it there. You're going to get a lot of people move to Dallas when they put a stock exchange there. A lot. The Goldman's putting their second headquarters there. Everyone thinks it's Miami. Dallas is the one with land. I mean, Miami's booming. I'm here now, but when you think about it, the amount of area that Dallas has and all the land, but people don't really like the inner city or the city, they say. So I don't know. But I know people there, they absolutely love it. I couldn't get over when I used to spend time in Houston, how nice everybody was, especially when you're coming from like the Northeast. Morning from Chicago, Hood, IBKR, Hubs, TPR. I think we should do these because these are the ones that people aren't really looking at. So this actually was an okay quarter. I don't think it was great. It's definitely breaking out on it. This is a tough trade. This one's tough because it's super thin. I know people are like, what do you mean it's thin? It's going to move around like a lot. And you're going to see that. What else do we have here that I have to really pay attention to that's of interest? The TPR is interesting. I actually had a position in this here and I got out because this tariff scared the bejesus out of me. But Alan, if you go watch the private video, I just talked about these patterns like today. Like literally, this is all they're doing. All they're doing is those patterns. I did a whole video on this, a candlestick video on this. I think I did it like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. It was the first video I ever did. See how these candles are getting smaller and smaller? See how this one reverses? It's literally buying this bar, and then that is your stop. It's like, it's that simple of a trade. It's literally that simple. If you go back through this, there's nothing here, man. Like nothing. So you don't have any sellers. It makes that trade so easy. And it's probably near a moving average. So someone's out there saying, see, it's near this, and that's why it held. When you go near it, hold on, like watch. So they'll say, oh, you know, just, I bought it near the 5. I mean, I get it, but that's not why it stopped. When you look at stuff like that, you know, it's pretty clear what happened there. I get that as your stop. That was your buy. Do you do it now? I mean, that's actually perfect as a buy. Absolutely perfect. As the flip, the buy, the whole thing. What's up, Julian? I don't know, man. Like, you want to short that? I don't know. Like, I don't know, man. Like, you really want to short that? Like, really? You basically have a dragonfly in the middle of the chart, and then they ran it over, and it got the crap bought out of it. I don't know. I don't know, man. That's not me. It's not my style. D-nut. Yeah, I don't know. I bought this thing a long time ago. I've been sitting in an account. It did not work at all. I don't know. I thought that was going to be huge. Donuts for everybody. And clearly not. So, no. I don't know. This APPS. I had some friends that were buying this thing. They bought it on the earnings, after the earnings. I didn't go near it. I usually don't play with the little guys. This one I could because it trades some volume, but I didn't play with this. What's up, Lise? I don't know that I'd go near that. I mean, if someone came to me and said, gun to your head, one, I'm short. It was bad. If someone came to me and said, gun to your head, which one had bad numbers that you would buy? It's pretty clear what it is. I mean, it's going to be this. It's going to be Reddit. You can just tell already the way it's acting. Like every single dip is bought, every single one. So, the only thing that's scaring people, in my opinion, from here is whether or not that continues. That's the only thing that I see with it. That's where my head is with it. I think that the only thing that you could say with that is like, okay, well, what's really going to happen there? Well, that's where I think it goes. Other than that, I mean, it's pretty clear. Like if you had to say like which one didn't meet expectations, I already own a ton of it, but it's not TTD. Mega bonding. 6 PPIs, garbage, doesn't matter. I'm going through all these real quick. Yeah, I think you're cool. What's up, Tone? I have a position in AVGO. It's really it's becoming clear that my relationship with NVIDIA is pretty much as toxic as all my dating relationships. It's just like, once I'm in there, I try to stay in, make it work. Yeah, it's just not working. It's really going towards this more than anything else. I own this. I like it a lot. I think it makes sense. I think the secondary names make more sense, but I do own this. If someone said you have to buy one, it would be this. I mean, this has the hockey stick growth with it, so it makes the most sense. NVIDIA is going to be around a long time. It's going to get outperformed. There's no doubt about it. It's going to get outperformed. That's becoming really, really clear now. So, we'll go from there and see how that plays out, and go from there. Give me a second here to do something. This is going to drive me up a freaking wall. I can already feel it. Sneeze coming. That's you. Pardon me. I'll leave this here. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do it. Just do it. It's more fun. Give me a second. Okay, always more fun. When in doubt. All right, what else do we have? Where are we? Here we go. Sorry, guys. I like it, Tone. I do. I like it a lot. I gotta get lean. You're freaking killing me. Not at all, dude. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. I don't know, but Cisco's breaking out. New timeline, which we have shifted timelines. I wear them when I stand in the house now. Well, I won't say. Let me rephrase that. I do not wear them in public. When I see people at the gym in Crocs, or like slippers, I judge them heavily. Probably, dude. I don't know that there is a negative catalyst for that. XOM looks fine, but you're going to have a lot to deal with oil coming in, et cetera, et cetera. That's going to be a big one. It's going to be a big auction. I'm really curious about that. I'm wondering, you want to start, you still have to list. See, the reason they want to do the Dallas Stock Exchange is because to get on. So I think it was 20 years ago, there was 8,000 names. Now there's 3,500. Like, companies just aren't going private anymore because it's too expensive. So Dallas is going to offer them a way to do that. Dallas is going to offer them a way to do that. So give me a second here. Wow. I forgot about this. I've been reading level 2 in a while. Interesting. You got some sellers now in Reddit. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, let's go. Let's keep going. What time is it? 9:02. Oh, John didn't respond. I got to go. I'm going to have to jump here. This carp on the Diddy list. I don't know, dude. Exxon I like a lot, Tone. Uber. Why are you so excited about Uber? Because Ackman bought it? I have no interest in Uber. I really don't. If he called me before he bought it, that'd be great. But why do I want to bail him out of his trades? Like I don't get this. Like, people got burned by this guy in 2004 or 4 years ago, rather, in 2020. I don't understand like why people want to bail him out. Like, it's mind-boggling. They don't have the technology to compete at all. They're not, even with like Eats, DoorDash is killing them. So it's not even close. Like, I get it from like their core business, but that core business is going to become commoditized. I think the smartest thing they could do really is buy Expedia. I think that would be brilliant if they did that, but I don't think they're going to. The thing people don't realize about apps is all it takes is another app, and then that's it. Thanks. I think. Thanks, Brian. That's not surprising, dude. Hood looks great. We already went over it. I know I got to lean out. I got to. Yeah, he couldn't even raise capital. He tried to like raise capital publicly, like IEP, and he couldn't do it. So I got to jump, guys. I'm super late. Trade to win today.